maybe somewhere you shouldn't open the window then?
The best option might then be to open the doors and make sure that the air you have in the apartment or wherever you are, to make sure that that air can circulate and blend out the CO2 levels at least.
All right, so now we know. And now the game has started, David. What are we seeing on the board?
So far, it's very early days, but it is the Sicilian defense. And for those avid followers of Chessable, I know there's a lot of them out there. We know that Anish Giri is one of the biggest experts in the world on this opening, especially with the black pieces. He's published 2 video courses, one on the Sicilian Najdorf, actually the most popular opening chess, but also one on the Sicilian Dragon. So Eric Hansen with white, he's pausing, he's actually thinking already on just move 3. I'm surprised that he's surprised, to be honest, but maybe he's just trying to pick an opening where Anish Giri will be less familiar with the plans. And he doesn't go for the open Sicilian, trading some pawns off in the center. He goes for maybe what's regarded as a quieter, simpler line. He gives a check with the white bishop, and that check has been blocked. So things now will pursue maybe a slower path, and we'll just see the players develop their pieces. White's king will come to safety soon, and the game will just maybe take a slower turn, at least for now.
And if you followed our show so far in the Airthings Masters, maybe you noticed that we changed colors to the bar. The bar is now orange, and the bar is saying 0.7 for Eric Hansen. Is it too early to pay attention to the bar?
Yes, that's the short answer. So the evaluation bar, the orange bar, does show what the computer thinks of the position. Right now it's on white side, but it's not by much. 0.7 isn't a huge amount. If the bar gets a bit more excited, if it goes to +2, +3 for white, then we might take note. But right now it's too early to say. It depends on how effective both sides' plans are, especially as we enter the middle game, especially once both kings get to safety. At the moment, it's very typical, this type of position, and Jovanka, maybe you have some stats on this, but I've seen this position before plenty of times.
And my database is saying the same. Like 1,689 games have been played. Actually, a little bit more than that. I was just looking at one particular...
sometimes there are more important factors than material, than just mere pawns on the side of the board. And yeah, White's rook is under fire. 2 seconds again by Eric. Oh, he made the move with 2 seconds left on his clock. Real brinksmanship by Hansen. I mean, he's so calm, look at him, just so focused despite having 2 seconds left. I mean, I'm in time trouble all the time, but I still have my heart beating way too fast when I'm down under 5 seconds. And okay, he does treat his rook.
I mean, it looks like it is Anish Giri who's in time trouble. Look at him. He's, fidgety and his face seems a little red and he seems to be a little nervous.
Maybe it's the CO2 levels making him
increasing that pint of beer.
Yeah, exactly. He's getting drunk, Anish Giri.
Yeah, actually, I saw at the beginning of play his CO2 levels were about 750.
Oh no, see?
And they're over 1,000, so
Oh, that's bad news.
he's intoxicated.
He needs to hurry up.
That's actually a red ring around the CO2 level, is it? That's bad news for Anish Giri.
And one thing I noticed on last season of the tour, okay, the knight just maneuvering around now, attacking some pawns. One thing I noticed last season is that Anish struggled in tournaments when his CO2 levels were high. The one tournament he won, the Magnus Carlsen Invitational, actually he had great CO2 levels for most of it. So maybe it's coincidence, maybe not, I don't know. No,
Probably not, right?
Yeah, it certainly affects him, I noticed, towards the end of most days. Often he starts quite well, but then can be a struggle to maintain his form.
Yeah, I think it's a key point. Bad air quality affects your endurance and your ability. Because remember, these are long tournaments, these are long days. 4 games of high quality and high emotion. Yeah, big stakes as well. So yeah, the nerves are going to get to him, and bad air quality.
Yeah, meanwhile, things have taken a turn for the worst on the board as well for Eric Hansen. A pawn has dropped, so the opera checkmate that Jovanka highlighted, that is off the table. It's gone. Look at the black knight just blocking the white rook. It's also supported by black's bishop. Everything's teamed up for black. The black bishop supporting the black knight, which just cuts the board in half in a way, stops any of white's play, and now this black pawn that has pushed, it's running down the board. Black is just a piece up, and have we seen Eric Hansen resign? He's just given up. It's a difficult position, but a bit too early. Anish Giri, though, takes the win.
It's a great start.